What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going?
Welcome to Make It Last with Say Jaf and Kas. I'm your host, Harry Cassell.
Jafari Roberts.
Say what's good?
I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron Rodgers, I appreciate the Pong reference. But you're running the table days are over.
He gave his best effort, dude.
He gave it his best effort. It's all good to give your best effort until Atlanta goes out and scores 44 points on you.
I went to the last cup is on the table.
I think he's still getting water out of his shoes from that one, honestly.
I think he got naked miles. I think the man got
pretty much got naked miles.
It's really sad when you watch Green Bay, because I feel like Green Bay looked like LeBron that year in Cleveland when the Spurs just ran train on them. Yeah, just
demolished them.
Went on for days. It's sad because they win and die by Rodgers, and at least the Cavs could tank for 4 years and acquire draft picks. And
but I feel like
beside the point,
Green Bay's never going to acquire defense, so that's just a lost cause.
Besides, Clinton Dix.
I went to high school with that guy.
That man's a cool guy.
That man, he has a cool name.
Let's talk about real things. Let's talk about the MVP race. I'm sorry, Mr. Brady. You're very, very good, very talented. But there's a man called Matt Ryan. I don't know if you're aware.
That's a little too nice.
Don't know if you're familiar with the man, but led the league in QBR and yards per attempt.
Yeah.
Maybe you're acquainted.
And he didn't cheat.
Second in passing yards by 300, and he took 150 less attempts than Drew Brees. Keep that in mind.
We make all of our stats up. I don't think Brady deserves it. Not even because he missed a quarter of the season. I think Brady doesn't deserve
a quarter
it
of the season though
because
they went 3-1.
They went
Yeah,
3-1. He still missed.
He's not valuable. They did it without him. They did it with Jacoby Brissett. They could probably do it with Say Jaf under center.
No, probably not.
Probably not. It's all Belichick.
He made Houston wish they gave Jimmy Garoppolo 17 mils.
Do you guys have predictions for the Super Bowl? You guys have scores?
Yeah, I got Falcons losing 34-38. Matty Ice game-winning drive, almost gets it, throws a pick for the Chalupas.
Pick for the Chalupas was the name of my fantasy team. If you guys are,
I have Atlanta winning like 28. I mean, what am I saying? I can't even speak numbers correctly. I have Atlanta winning.
They're hard.
32-28.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers. It goes on for infinity.
32-28?
Yeah, something like that.
That's my pick also. I'm not really too concerned about that pick. I want to talk about a bet that I have with Jafari.
You're going to lose.
A lot of people bet on the score, or the MVP, or the coin toss even, which are all kind of acceptable. I think Julio Jones will have more yards in the game. And Jafari thinks the New York Knicks will score more points against LeBron and are there other people on the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I think there's some other people.
LeBron, he starts at 1 through 5. He's the coach, plays the GM.
President sometimes.
Okay, well, let me just say, my Knicks are not that bad, and lately we had to go to 4 overtimes just to lose the game. So that's a lot of time for me to acquire some extra points.
That was a cool game because my man Paul Millsap, he played for 817 minutes. I checked the box score.
We do our math here.
All of our math is made up by us, but it's correct. And I played 817. I don't even know if that's what I said the first time.
61 minutes.
He played 61 minutes.
Ridiculous.
Played 61 minutes. The All-Star Paul Millsap, who made it to the made it on the reserves team.
That's right.
Can we just not... We shied away from this, but this was an actual bet in Vegas, too, by the way.
This was a real... You can make a bet on that.
This is a real bet.
So if you want to bet on my Knicks getting more points than Julio Jones gets yards, I mean, I'll...
If you want to make a phone call to Las Vegas...
Do it now.
Do it. 61 minutes.
61 minutes.
Paul Millsap played 61.
That's crazy.
We did the math, and for Joel Embiid to play that, it would take a season and a half.
At least a season and a half.
Is that a minutes cap? I think he plays 15 minutes a night. He rests 1 out of 3 nights.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process. Not our math.
That was real.
So joining Paul Millsap, I don't even want to talk about the All-Stars, right? They got it right.
You guys know the roster.
They got it right.
Except for the snub.
They got every
right.
single player right, especially the West point guard.
LOL.
Yeah,
totally.
This is the point of a podcast. You can assert your if something is wrong.
No, perhaps the biggest snub in
No disrespect to Steph Curry, but he's not averaging a triple double. He's not averaging a triple double.
Come on now.
And I think
there's a point guard in the NBA who's currently averaging a triple-double like no one's ever seen before, and you're not going to give him a starting position as an all-star.
East Creek, is that his name?
Yeah.
there are other players like Giannis Antetokounmpo, first-time All-Star, leading his team in every statistical category. You have
superstar.
Gordon Hayward, who is another player that I've been calling from the beginning.
Damn, that white boy can ball.
He can't ball.
Yeah, the Jazz are
He
fourth
can't
in the
ball.
West.
They're fifth in the West. The Jazz are fifth in the West.
Aren't they fourth now?
Are they fourth in the West?
Yeah.
Jazz are fourth in the West.
Jeez.
That's nuts. Quietly.
R.I.P. Clippers.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Clippers. The only thing I got wrong in the West, I think
Clippers.
DeAndre should have been Damian Lillard. No disrespect to the rebounding or whatever, but with Damian, yeah, he's the same thing happened last year. He didn't make the All-Star team, and then he makes second team All NBA. And how do you? It doesn't.
He always gets snubbed. It's not fair because he is always having a solid season.
And he's a very good rapper.
And he's amazing.
He's a very good rapper. I feel
Waiting on that
like
album, Dave.
if he wasn't a basketball player, people would be like, he's a good,
He's
but
an amazing
because
rapper.
he's a basketball player, people are like, nah, he rapped over Common, he's lame. Like, should listen to that song. We were talking about Embiid earlier, and I think it's Embiid's great. It's hard to hate Embiid. He's got a good presence on social media. Something with Rihanna, and he can turn over either shoulder. He can hit the. He can't just hit the three like any other big man. He can hit it like with a hand in his face, like
in
with
the mouth, hand down, man down.
Like when Simmons comes back, they're like a piece or two away from being very dangerous, especially with the Cavs in the Eastern Conference. But that's not what we do.
How trash the East is.
We don't talk about Joel Embiid, who's going to win Rookie of the Year, even though this is his third year in the league, and he's been getting paid for all of them. We're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about Karl Anthony Towns or Devin Booker. We're going to talk about the next up and coming players in our minds that we think are going to blow up in the near future. Jaff, you got
I'll kick it off. This one's going to be a little slept on by most people, but I'm going to go Malcolm Brogdon. Guy out of Virginia, had an amazing
Balled at Virginia.
Balled at
Virginia.
It would have perhaps won the title if not for Syracuse. Comes to Milwaukee, links up with the Greek
You see the man that's from New York. He just has to sneak it in. He's like, I'm gonna make this pick, but I know that I'm gonna pick this pick just to hype Syracuse.
Hey, don't make fun of me, man. All I'm saying is Malcolm Brogdon.
Does
11
look good.
points, 5 assists, and 1.5 turnovers the month of January. Man's quietly getting it done. Has some notable games. Dropped 22 the other night against the Wizards. And really feeding off the Greek Freak being a huge superstar. He's been doing everything, low turnovers, dishes the ball well, smart player, hits every shot imaginable. His skill set pretty much reaches everywhere.
I think he will lose minutes when Chris Middleton comes back around the All-Star break.
For sure.
But Malcolm Brogdon really makes Milwaukee look stupid for picking Thon Maker 10th.
Yeah,
Do you, Say Jaf, do you have a pick?
I have Chris Dunn. When he does get minutes, especially on that young T-Wolf squad, he's putting up numbers. Take out Ricky Rubio like they want to, and like he wants to leave too. Put in Chris Dunn. You got a solid squad who can definitely make a run in the playoffs.
Agreed.
Even if they're in the West, because that team is just stacked
That team is
with
loaded
talent.
with young.
Chris Dunn, he had a near triple-double recently.
Yeah, he's
I feel like it was
The one
against
game
like
he got
Denver
minutes.
It was against Denver. He
played
10,
30,
9, and 8.
34 minutes at a near triple-double.
Yeah.
He looks
10, 9,
good.
and 8, yeah.
He looks good.
Especially for someone this young.
DeJounte Murray, another player I really like. He played super well against the Cavs. It's hard for him to get minutes. He's on the Spurs, so both Patty Mills and Tony Parker have to be injured, which happens more than you would think, but not enough to develop a player like that.
Right.
My favorite young player that everyone seems to be sleeping on is Miles Turner. Throughout January, Miles Turner is averaging 17.4 on over 8 boards in about 32 minutes of action, and he can't drink alcohol.
Man's 20 years old.
He can't drink alcohol. If he walked into a bar, he'd show his ID and they'd be like, I'm sorry, 7 foot, 800 pound man, you can't drink here. And then he would take them outside and pound them. But he drank last night for sure. He won against Houston. They played at home. He had 18 and 10.
No bar ID'd him that night.
No bar ID'd him
That's
that
for
night.
damn
I feel like you have to be
sure.
a really strict bouncer to like, be a 7-foot
You'd have
NBA
to be-
All-Star. But, I mean, All-Star with a few
Rising
years.
star.
Rising
Rising
Give
star.
him a few years.
man had a
He'll
double-
definitely make it there.
The man had a double-double on a team with
Yeah.
the MVP candidate, and he won. Come on.
For sure.
Finally,
Let him have a beer. Let him have a
finally,
beer.
let him have a beer.
Come on, let him have a beer.
That was,
Petition to let Miles Turner have a beer.
that's the name of my fantasy basketball team. So finally,
Five names.
finally to end up, I have multiple teams. To end off the podcast, I need to talk about two things near and dear to my heart, which are Taco Bell and fried chicken. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Taco Bell just released a fried chicken taco.
And it's delicious.
It's not a fried chicken taco. It's called the naked chicken chalupa.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. Three of my
That's
favorite
what
things.
Matt Ryan throws a pick for on Sunday.
It's called. It's a naked chicken chalupa, and it is out of this world fantastic.
Delicious. Go get you one.
Go get one now. And this
Naked
is not,
chicken
this is not
chalupa.
sponsored. We just love Taco Bell.
We love Taco Bell. If you would like to pick us up as a sponsor, I'd be greatly appreciated. But
There's gonna be
I
4 people listening. 3 of them are already in here.
On this
three
note,
of them are in here. Also, Mom, I love you. If you could take my laundry out of the dryer, that would be thoroughly appreciated. All right.
Have a good one.
This has been Make It Last. I love you guys.